Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or if this is the first video of mine you're seeing, then welcome. I'm sitting in my kitchen again in natural lighting because I really like doing these videos every now and then where I just sit in natural lighting. There's no ring light or anything like that. And today I want to do a really pretty glowy peachy look. One reason why is I got this product right here from Walmart. This is from Milani. This is their Cheek Kiss blush stick and this is in the Luminoso shade, and I didn't realize this was a new product. But I've been using it non-stop since I picked it up at Walmart and I really love it, so I wanted to do a look centered around this product, so let's go ahead and get started. The first product I want to go in with is this one right here from NYX. This is their Blur Screen SPF 30 Primer. I love this stuff. If you watched my video that went up this past Friday, you know that I mentioned this being like one of my most favorite primers that I've tried this year so far. I really do like this. I think that it just doesn't interfere with the sunscreen that I have underneath, which some primers can, but I find that that's not the case with this one, and it's so hydrating, just gives your face a beautiful glow. And I wanted a really pretty glowy primer because the foundation I'm going in with, I think they market it as a satin, but I wanted to put something more glowy underneath so we can get that really pretty glowy kind of face, which I think is beautiful during this time of the year. I know it's probably not the most practical thing with how hot it gets, but I just love a really pretty glowy look during the summertime. And I'm going to go in with lip prep as well. This is from Hard Candy. This is their Glosstopia Lip Repair Oil, and this one is in Peach Dream. I just think this is just such cute packaging. I haven't used this one in a while and I wanted to use it for today, especially since it's Peach Dream and I'm going for a more peachy look. This one smells kind of like those gummy peachy rings, if you have eaten those before. Now I picked a palette that I really do love. This palette. It's made for your eyes and your face. This is the Pixie and Hello Kitty Chrome Glow palette in Charming Glow. It just has this cute packaging and all these really beautiful just shimmery shades. I've used this on my eyes, I've used this on the cheeks. They are beautiful in any way possible, but I am wanting to go in with this shade right here. But first I want to have like a little transition shade, so I'm going in with this Wet n Wild and Coffee Cat palette, and I'm just going to take this soft brown shade right here and I'm going to take that on a Sigma E24 brush. This palette was one that I included in my everyday makeup drawer. I just wanted something in my crease. You can also use a bronzer here, but I picked a cream bronzer today, so that's why I just wanted to have a powder eyeshadow on the side just to kind of give me a little bit of something in my crease before I go in with that shade from the Pixie palette. Also, I do want to say that if there is a slight echo, it's because these floors in here are like hard floors. There's no carpet. I am sitting on a blanket to try to help that, but there might be a slight echo. But this is the best room I have to film in natural lighting because I have 3 big windows across from me. So that's why I wanted to pick this room. Of course, normally when I film my other videos, for the most part, it is natural lighting because I usually film with my ring light on the lowest setting, but this time I wanted to film a look with no ring light, no artificial lighting whatsoever, just pure sunshine. You know, I'm so sorry, I could have had you zoomed in so you can see what I'm doing, but this is just me applying just a little something to my crease. This really isn't part of the show here. I wanted to mention everything that I'm doing. This is a Flawless Concealer Brush from e.l.f. I really like this though for kind of helping to diffuse though, because it's so more on the fluffier, larger side, so I find it just really kind of helps diffuse product out. Now I'm going to try to take that shade on my finger. These nails aren't too long, but I'm gonna see. But if I feel like I'm struggling a little bit, I will take a brush, but I'm gonna see if I can do this just with my finger. I wanted a pretty little pop of peach, and this shade looks like a perfect match for that Milani product because this also has kind of that little bit of gold shift in it, like, you know, kind of like a highlighter vibe, and the Milani blush stick has that as well in that Luminoso shade, so I thought this would be the most perfect eyeshadow. I am not sure if this Pixie palette still exists, but everything will be listed and linked for you below. They are affiliate links, so if you click through and purchase, I do earn a small commission, and if you choose to do so, thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Oh, that's such a pretty shade. I really love this palette. I think this is just a really nice, well-rounded palette. If you love like really pretty shimmery shades, like just a simple palette just with all shimmer, then I think you would really like this. It's one of my favorites. I love using it during the summertime. I mean, of course, it's perfect for all year, but there's just something about it that I feel like I reach for it the most when summertime comes around. Okay, I'm just going to curl my lashes, and the mascara I'm gonna apply is this one from CoverGirl. This is their Eye Enhancer Mascara. Now this is in the berry brown shade. Still testing this one out to really get more of a feel for it, but I don't know. It's one that I would definitely, I don't know about this shade. I think I'd be happier with a different shade in this mascara, but I wanted to give it another try today. I just don't like how gloopy this mascara comes out of the tube. Just too much product comes out. I feel like if that wasn't the case, I might like it a little bit better. But I'm hoping that the more age this gets, the better I will like it. But one reason why I'm using this mascara today is I'm trying to keep this at an affordable price point. I wanted to mention all drugstore products. Now, I don't know if you really consider Pixie drugstore or not. I do, simply because it's sold at Target. It's at a more higher price point in the drugstore, but there are a lot of drugstore brands that tend to fall in that price range these days. And there is just that one coat with that mascara. I don't think it looks bad. I feel like maybe the older it gets, the better it's going to be, but I'm just going to go do the other side right quick and I will be right back. The foundation I'm going with is from e.l.f. This is their Soft Glam Satin Foundation, and mine is in the shade Fair Warm. I really do like this stuff, but I find that I much prefer it with a sponge than I do a brush, so I just like to take a little bit on the back of my hand and then just kind of dot it around. I find that e.l.f.'s foundations can be a little heavy sometimes, so I much prefer a sponge application than a brush because I like to keep my base products more on the softer side. I think that out of all the foundations I've tried from e.l.f., this one would probably be my favorite, aside from the Halo Glow Liquid Filter. Of course, I don't know how you might consider that one. I know that one could be like a primer as well, but I like to use that product more so as like a standalone like foundation product, like a skin tint. That would be my favorite, and then I do really like this one. For my corrector, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector, and this one is in the peach shade. I find that this is a little bit too dark for me, but once I put like a concealer over the top, it's fine. I'm just going to take my same sponge and just blend that in. It's been a while since I've used this corrector, I believe. For a while there, I couldn't stop using my Cali Ray correctors, but I still have some other good ones in my collection. And then for concealer, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. This one is in the shade Fair Warm. I find that with this, I like the teeniest amount. Take that same sponge and press that in. And you can see kind of how that foundation, you can still see some of the glow underneath poking through, so it gives you kind of a more healthy glow than a very wet glow. Now for bronzer, I'm going to use this one right here from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Bronzer, and this one is in the shade Summer Fridays. And I'm just going to take that on the other side of this Refi brush. I'm sorry that the brush isn't drugstore, but you do not need the products I'm using. It's been a while since I've used these putty bronzers. I have both this one and then the original. Honestly, and you know, as weird as it sounds, because I figured that I'd like the luminous one better because I like the luminous putty blushes better than I do the regular putty blushes, but with the bronzer, I actually prefer the regular one. I don't know, I just feel like the luminous one, it doesn't blend as good as the other one, or maybe it's just because it's getting a little bit older in my collection and I'm just having a little bit of issues with it. I mean, it looks fine, but I feel like it gave me a little bit of trouble, but it's probably getting a little bit dried out because it is an older product in my collection. But that's one of the reasons why I pulled this one out. I did try to use both some newer and some older products today for this look, but I wanted to keep it all drugstore. So I think this one is definitely getting kind of dried out because I feel like it's not really wanting to blend as well. It's just taking a little bit of work. Now, it's not this brush, unless it's this brush with this type of formula, because this brush always blends out my bronzer very well, so I feel like it's just the product itself is getting kind of old. Like, once I finally get it blend out some, it doesn't look so bad. Yeah, it definitely feels dry to the touch when I touch it with my finger, so it's getting a little bit old. I feel like that's about as good as I'm going to get it. It'll just have to do. Now for this Milani product, what I like to do is take it and rub some on my hand just like this, and there is the shade. And then I'm going to take the other side of this Refi brush and pick that up like that. I don't like applying stick products directly to my face. I just feel like a lot of times it can pull up the products underneath. Now doing it this way, you might have to kind of keep going back in, but I just love how soft and delicate this looks when I do it this way. And I feel like I can control the amount versus when I feel like when I swipe stick products on the cheek, it's harder to control the amount, like when you blend it. See, this way I feel like I can have the level of blush that I want, and it's so pretty. And then it gives you that really pretty glow that the Luminoso blush has in the powder version, which I do have the powder version, but I wanted to just keep this with this product only. And I have been loving this product ever since I got it. I did not know it was new until I saw a creator on here get a PR package from Milani, and she was showing some of the new stuff, and this was one of them. I thought that it had been out for a long time, and my Walmart just finally got it. I did not realize that it was a new product, but I love it. It's so pretty. It just gives you just such a delicate flush, and that's what I love about it. I hope they will bring out more shades, because from what I can see, only the Luminoso shade is available right now, but I would love to see more. Just gonna kind of go under the eyes a little bit with that and across the nose with any excess. In person, this is a perfect match for that eyeshadow. It is lovely. I'm gonna kind of take what's left on that brush and go across, give me that really pretty peachy flushed look. Perfect for the summertime. And you can totally, if you want, I know a lot of people love to draw on like little faux freckles. I used to do that sometimes in the past, but I don't really have any products with me now that I can do that, but I think that's really cute. I think freckles are so cute. I just love that pretty peachy kind of color. It's so, just so like a peachy pink. Like it's not full on orangey pink, it's like a pinky peach, which is something that I like. I much prefer a pinky peach than I do an orange leaning peach. That's just the way I feel, but I love that. And that's why I wanted to do this video. This product right here was the reason for this whole video. Now, I do want to take a little bit of powder on my under eye area, and I'm going to take the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder, and this one is in the light shade. And I'm going to take this little teeny puff here, sponge, that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm just gonna press that on the under eye area, really mostly right in here. I know it might cover up some of the blush I just put there, but that's okay. I just really want to set my under eye area. This would have been a good look to use the Ultra Peach shade from the One Size powder, because that would have been really pretty. I think that would have meshed together the under eye and that blush so beautifully. But I was wanting to keep this, you know, all drugstore. I don't know if any drugstore brand has a peach powder. If they do, I would love to try it, as long as they're a cruelty-free brand, of course. Now I'm going to go back in with this shade from the Pixie palette. I'm going to take that back on that Sigma E24. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that, and I'm going to run that on my lower lash line. A bit of that peachy shade right on the under eye area. I want to use this Pixie palette more and more. It's so pretty. I hope they still sell it, because it's a really good one. Or I really love it. I guess it kind of depends on how you feel about shimmer shades. Some people might just prefer matte. And there is this peachy eye look. For brows, I'm going to be using this brow pencil from Colourspell Cosmetics. This one is in the shade, I think it's brown, I believe is the shade. Now this was sent to me in PR, but you can buy this brand at Dollar General. I do like this brow pencil. I don't think it's bad at all. I'm not sure how much the brow pencil is. When they sent the package, they didn't tell the price point of anything, but I believe the whole brand is $6 or less. And then for brow gel, I'm going in with this one from e.l.f. This is their Brow Laminating Gel. This is the one that is supposed to be a dupe for the Refi one, and it is a really good one. If you were interested in the Refi one but didn't really want to pay the price point, then I'd say try this one out, because it is very, very similar, and it will give you the same amount of hold. Now for lips, I don't know if you really can use this on your lips, but I have been doing that lately. I just take that same Milani Cheek Kiss blush stick. I take a little bit on my finger, and then I kind of place it right here in the center on both the top and bottom. And then over the top of that, I'm taking this right here from Wet n Wild. This is their lip oil. This one is in the shade Fuzzy Pillow. This kind of has a pinky peach tint to it. And I'm going to place that right over the top. And there you have this very pretty, simple, just peachy look that is perfect for the summertime, for every day, because it is a very simple look, but I just really love these simple, pretty looks. But I do hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I hope you will please consider leaving a like, a comment, or subscribing if you haven't already, and hit the bell notification so you are alerted to all my future uploads, and follow me on Instagram at jessicadeerly, and hope to see you in my next video. Bye!